Hello, Happy New Year. It's Susan Paget here from The Change Guru, and I guess you're here because you're like me. You're absolutely fascinated with midlife and you're looking for ways to make life better. There's so many things that we can do at midlife to change and to carry on for the next half of our life. And when I was thinking about how I wanted to start this year, and the first message that I put up, I was considering some of the things that I really want to think about and work on this year, and one of those is ways of putting more spirituality in my life. I just got back yesterday from being overseas, and I was in Thailand, and one of the things that I always take away from me whenever I go to Asia is how spirituality is such an important part of daily life. It's a gentle part of daily life. So from an outsider looking in, you'll see it in ways of, you'll see shrines little shrines outside of businesses or outside of hotels, or you'll see monks just walking down the street, or you'll be at the airport and there'll be priority seating for monks. So you really get this feeling that spirituality, the Buddhist religion, is just a really gentle, integral part of every day. And I think it's something that when you get back home to Australia or to America or any westernized country, you come back and you realize that gentle, obvious connection with something deeper than ourselves is kind of lost. It's lost against the busiest of the day. And you know how it is. You wake up in the morning, you deal with the kids, or you're off to work and you're just getting through the day, and then you get home and you make the dinner and you go to sleep, and the day's gone and it starts again. So what I would like to see if you would consider is the idea of bringing a spiritual practice into your normal day. Now, I'm not a happy clapper. I don't have any kind of particular religion that I subscribe to, but I do like the idea of cultivating my own spirituality. I like the idea of knowing or feeling that there is a big picture here. And I think the way that it helps us as we go through menopause is to show us that we're part of something bigger than ourselves. We're part of a natural cycle. Having the opportunity to go within, to connect to your soul, gives you the opportunity to connect to other people and to think about gratitude and to think about how you want to live your life, how you want to make each day happen versus just kind of being on a treadmill of just going about and just doing things. So there's a few ways that I bring spirituality into my life, and they are ways that I just want to even focus on more this year that I'd like to share with you. The first thing is, I've been practicing yoga for many years. I think I'm going on 14 or 15, and I know it sounds like such a cliche, but it actually does work for me. While the practice itself is, as a meditation in movement, it's the times before and after the practice that I use to just sit in silence. And if I don't do a long period of time, maybe a few minutes at the start and 5 minutes at the end. And I just try to do that, 6 times a week is kind of my goal. And other times when I don't practice yoga, I might go for a walk out in nature. I happen to live at the beach, beautiful beach in Australia, and I'll just go for a nice walk and really consciously try to appreciate where I'm at, or smile if I see a beautiful bird, or if I see something really pretty, just take a deep breath and think, wow, this is so beautiful. Doing that kind of being out in nature gives me a grounding, and it almost recharges my batteries versus being in front of a computer or watching television or reading anything or talking to people. It just gives me just a sense of renewal and, again, connection with nature, because that's what we are, aren't we? We're going through a natural process. It just shows me the bigger picture. Now, you don't have to walk and you don't have to practice yoga. Some people are excellent writers or awesome musicians, and perhaps that's an area that you can tap into to really just have some type of connection that is yours, that requires thought, requires maybe a little bit of requires thinking and open heart, that type of thing. So there are a million ways that you can get the same feeling that I get from being still or going through a walk. Another really simple thing that I do is just normally in the house is I will light some incense, or I will light a candle. And I might do that before, sometimes we'll start my day like that after I've practiced, or before I have to do the dishes, or maybe if I have to write something or do some type of work, I'll light a candle. It just puts me in a space where I take a deep breath and I can think about what I'm next going to say, think about what I'm next going to write. So I'm just have some type of consciousness about what my intentions are. I have a real, I'm honoring what I'm saying and putting out into the world. And I think that's something that a lot of us think about at midlife. You know, we want our actions and our words and our relationships and with others and ourselves, we want it to have meaning. We want it to count for something. And just spending just this little bit of time cultivating that feeling, really kind of getting to know what's in our heart, is something that I think can help us, especially because now, you know, traditional religion, this stuff that we kind of grew up with. I don't know about you, but I went to Hebrew school. My husband went to Sunday school. You know, those traditional religion practices are not as ingrained in our society as they were back when we were kids 40 years ago. Ooh, seems like a long time ago. But I think that in not having that sense of tradition or practice, maybe we're losing a little bit of something. Maybe having that kind of inner guidance and that time for reflection is something that is helpful to us, maybe in more ways than we really know. So something to try for 2013, and if that works for you, if you'd like to give it a try, I'd love to know what you experience after giving it a go for a while. And if spirituality is something that you really do consider each day, and maybe you have some other ideas of how you make it work for you, I would love to hear. Send me an email to susan@thechangeguru.net, and on that website you can also find me on Facebook as well. All right, so 2013, huh? I'm looking forward to this year. While I was away, I wrote one of my final drafts of a book that I'm writing about midlife. That will be my big project for the year, and I'm hoping that I will be done with it probably, or done with my latest final draft in the next month, and hopefully have it out within the next few months as an ebook, which I'll be selling on the website. So that's a big goal for me. What's going to be your goal for 2013? What would you like to put out there? Maybe that's something that you can work out as you go quiet, as you go within. Maybe the message will come to you. All right, that's all for me. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Thanks. Bye.